He's the one.
Do you subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Let's get started.
Now, I will summarize for you an action, crime, drama movie called Undisputed 3 Redemption 2010. Our movie starts with Boyka here in the toilets. Looks like Boyka stopped fighting a long time ago. Everyone is cheering for Saikov, fighting champion. This is Gaga and Markov. Gaga talks about Saikov and says he's his best fighter. No one can break him. A band note falls next to Boyka. Markov orders Boyka to pick up the money. Boyka is angry and insults Gaga. I don't want your money. Here Boyka is doing some exercises for his broken knee. This is because his previous fight against Chambers. Gaga comes and says, "You are the reason for making me a lot of money. You will get a new cell and new work in the library." Boyka refuses. Because this is his place, Gaga wants to leave, and then Boyka says, "Gaga, if you really want to help me, I want to join this tournament. I want to fight again." Gaga says, "This is suicide. How can you defeat Saikov with one knee? How will you fight the best fighters in the world?" Then he leaves. Boyka is practicing hard. He is uncomfortable because Saikov is the prison hero. It's time for the real hero to come back. Boyka goes and spoils the moment Saikov wins. He throws water and says, "You are not the real hero." Some guards come to stop Boyka. Markov allows the fight. This is Boyka's chance to get back in the ring. Boyka easily defeats Saikov. Boyka is now transferred to Gorgon prison where the tournament will be held against the best fighters. This is Dolor. He's imprisoned but he's free in this prison. He has the power to do whatever he wants. This is Turbo from the United States, accused of double murder. Turbo mocks Cuss. Rizzo, in charge of this tournament, comes and welcomes guests in order to make money from this tournament. Only 1 hour a day for training, but prisoners and fighters are sent to a hard place to break rocks. They are chained and can't escape. Turbo wants to create a problem with Boyka. Dolor is here enjoying his time, training time for an hour. Boyka looks at Turbo's chest. Dolor is here training as he wants, qualifying matches. The first fight for Brazilian Andrigo Silva. Now with the second match of Turbo against Crates. Yuri Boyka in the third match against Dupont from France. Everyone is enjoying the fight. Now it's time to watch the Colombian Raul in the fourth match. As for the losers, this is what will happen to them. Time to work again. Turbo admires Boyka's fight. The guard comes and warns Boyka to complete the work. Stopping is forbidden. Boyka, worried about Turbo's words, and hits him. The fight starts between them. After moments of watching the guards come to stop the fight, their punishment is to stay a whole night in the hole. It's a cramped and bad place. Turbo doesn't want to stop talking. The next day, the guards come to get them out of the hole. Gaga and Farnati visit Boyka and Turbo. Boyka and Turbo talk about the hard work and the difficult conditions in this prison. They are angry and go to Rizzo. Rizzo says, "Why are you angry? I have to do this to ensure my hero wins. Why don't you bet for my hero Dolor from in order to make a lot of money? I guarantee his victory." Boyka and Turbo spend their time in hard work and training every day. Boyka says, "We must turn things in our favor. We turn tough jobs into training." Boyka's leg is not okay. Turbo brings a plant to Boyka because its oil is useful for treating his knee. Improvisation, adapting and conquering the odds, these are Turbo's words. Boyka asks about Turbo's chest tattoos. He says, "I have a boy and girl. I haven't seen them a long time." Boyka wants to win because God gave him only one talent. "I'm the most complete fighter in the world. I've trained a long time ago. I wanted to prove myself to the world." Boyka is here in his cell to prepare for the match. Boyka against the Brazilian Silva. Silva loses and dies like the rest. No one will survive if he loses. Rizzo is very worried about the strength of Boyka and Turbo. The guards are torturing Turbo. Here Boyka completes breakfast and goes out. Then he hears Turbo's voice. He's in very bad condition. Dolor comes to Boyka at training time in order to insult him. Boyka was the prison champion and then lost against the American Chambers and is now the toilet champion. Boyka and Dolor are training well for the final. He goes to see Turbo, but he is not there in his cell. He went out to train, but his condition is very bad. The guards come to take them for work. Boyka offers the idea of escaping to Turbo because he will not survive after tomorrow's fight. Turbo thinks that if he loses, he will return home. The old man says, "No one will survive. The losers disappear. Turbo must escape into the forest." Boyka tries to break the chains. The guards find out. The fight begins between the guards, Boyka and Turbo. Boyka succeeds in freeing his friend and helping him escape. The guard comes and hits Boyka. Rizzo comes to Boyka and says, "Do you think Gaga will help you? He only cares about his money. He will bet on a better fighter than you to ensure his victory." Gaga betrays his fighter Boyka for his money. He thinks Dolor will defeat Boyka because his leg is not good. The date of the final match, Yuri Boyka against Dolor from Colombia. Boyka finally succeeds. Gaga insults Rizzo. Farnati is angry because of debts. They start assassinating each other. Cus comes to Boyka and says, "You took out your friend Turbo. You won't get your freedom. You will go back to your toilets." Cus wants to kill Boyka like the rest. Turbo comes to save his friend. And takes him to Gaga, who has not lost in this tournament. He bet on Boyka. He didn't betray him because he trusted the undisputed fighter. He gives bag of money to Boyka. Now he's free. Boyka stops the car to get off. Turbo says goodbye to his friend. "My first name is Jericho, and I'm Yuri. You fall down the walls. Your name is Beautiful Jericho. We will fight someday." Here ends our story with the best fighter in the world, Yuri Boyka.